a 4-stroke engine, what it does is like it has two valves, a piston chamber, wherein one valve lets the diesel fuel inside, because of which the piston goes down. It's called expansion stroke, and then piston compresses the diesel engine, the fuel. Then because of the compression it gets heated up, then there is a spark which due to the compression and the heat, and then the piston expands. It's called expansion stroke. You have the fuel intake stroke, then you have compression stroke, then you have expansion stroke, and then it exhausts all the gases which is inside the piston chamber. So there are 4-stroke. I might be wrong with the details. If I am wrong, please kindly correct me with the comments, or go check how a diesel engine works, 4-stroke diesel engine works. Okay, so kindly forgive me on that. But this is the diesel engine that we are looking in, probably modern 1987 model, I think it's written somewhere. 1987, 1990, the year changes many things. So this is the complete diesel engine over here with various parts and everything. This must have at least 6 pistons. You will find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 pistons on each side, I believe, and comparative valves over there. So what do you see there? Those have to be valves. And this is the radiator fan. This is probably liquid cooled, so there is water supply for the radiator as well. And that is the radiator fins that cools down the engine. Nice. So we got to know about the principle of a 4-stroke diesel engine right before we got around the engine itself. So you'll find the coil springs over here, and there must be some leaf spring somewhere, I'm not sure, but this one takes the entire load of the engine over here. And you have some suspension system as well. Probably it's oil, or there is a spring inside that one as well. So we have various tubes. You have some sort of self-starting generator here, which kind of boots the engine with the belt drive system. Is there anything that reads over here? Engine Equipment Limited, Combat, India, something like that, but nothing much for the information to know what is the parts. So that is the coil spring anyways. Again, there are no leaf springs in this. The wheel system, each wheel reads each year, 1963, 1987, 1990. It's confusing though. So this is the engine cab, as you can see. In a modern day diesel engines, you will find only one person, you don't find 2 people. Probably I'm going to put the camera inside, and probably I'll put the camera from here. I'll get in from that side. Oops. So that was interesting. You might have seen only half of me, because you have the lights, you have some gauges, you have the driving system here, and you have the levers which controls the left and right of the engine, and you have other parts which I have no clue about. Forward trans, off lever, and this one like reverse trans, off lever or something, forward, reverse. That one is reading reverse and this one is reading forward. Okay, so we have something to honk by releasing some air, and you have gauges here, and it's all greased out. I couldn't read what is there in that. So we have the people to sit. I think they have 2 people option. One would guide, another one would drive probably. That's interesting. This is the inside of the engine cab of the diesel engine. Okay, it's internal combustion engine. everything happens inside the piston chamber. So I'm at f2.8. The roof is very small, like I kind of bump my head into it every time I try to put my head straight. Nice. I like the gauge being lit by 4 o'clock sunlight. Oh, these windows are really interesting frame. This is nice. We have some interesting light here. I'm going to shift myself to F4 and forgive if you're going to hear some annoying nonsense. That was not me. There are a few people. I have some company. Guess they work here or they don't, or they are the visitors. Oh damn, one of the sweat got into my eye and it is burning my eye. Hope you guys understand what I did. Like I just took this part as a frame. You know, that's what my 37mm sees here. So it's good that I chose to use a 37mm. If you happen to hear some unwanted noise, kindly forgive me. I have some company. That's not me who is making the noise, it's someone else. So f1.8 and I'm trying to focus the subject which is outside this frame. Trying to keep this column in the center. You know, these are rubber sealed and these are glass. Not fiberglass but pure glass. We don't have some interesting light coming in, otherwise I could take some other shot. Oh, we could see something outside this window. I'm shooting this on f1.8 by the way. I'm trying to frame it as much interesting as possible. If I couldn't, sorry. I don't know if my card is full by this time. No, I'm still running my 64 GB card. So I like this. I like this. See if I can like that one. I'll go to f16, step down on my shutter speed, move it to infinity. Shoot these frame, you know. So that was interesting. So there is some interesting light, but I am blocking it. See if we can. I'm going to f4 or f5.6. Step up with the shutter speed. And put this wheel on the right top of the frame and have the shadow for rest half of the frame diagonal. I mean like slanted, not running through the diagonal. I'm taking a photograph. Hope my GoPro is still recording. I somehow got involved too much into photography right now than speaking about the technical stuff or aspects of this engine or whether I see. I'm stepping down to f1.8, keeping the aperture wide open. I find these levers to be interesting because it has some springs, so I'm resting it in the bench that you find here. And I like this lever as well, this perspective particularly. I like the shadow. By the way, I'm at f1.8. I like the shadows and I'm trying to I like this, but my strap and my hands get in the way. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to shoot this vertical and flip it horizontal later in the post. I like it. That was interesting. I have a polarizer on my lens, so that's why it's blocking even more light, but keeps the contrast pretty well in my photograph. That was interesting. I think I did not photograph this. I think this is also one of the favorite photographs that I'm taking right here. Fine art abstract. Guess that's about it in the engine. I will place it here and get down on this side so that you can see me getting down. please. I'll come from that side. That was good. I haven't taken anything of this engine. We'll go a little further and try. I'll go to F16 and step down to 4,000. That doesn't make it as a frame, but I'll shoot in vertical. Hello. We have a pup. Oh yeah, we have the stopper indicator. I will shift to f1.8. I did the best I could do with the diesel engine. So that's diesel engine for you guys, and this is the information of the loco, diesel locomotive. I will shoot this in F16 as well for you guys to read it later or post. I'll edit them in post and display it for you. For now, if you got to read it, pause the video and check them. Okay, so that's some interesting light. I haven't taken my favorite shot, which is my shadow, which I do it in every single trip. That was my favorite shot. One of the favorite shot. So we have something here. It's called different sleepers. Sleepers in the sense like the cement blocks that you saw where the tracks are laid upon, you know, like as I said before, this is wood and you have the metal stuff, and then you have the cement blocks and you have few metal stuff which is placed upon cement blocks, and you have the cement blocks which is the latest one, I believe. And these are the different rails. So at first it was like this, then you had this narrow gauge, broad gauge, sorry, forgive me. In my waterborne adapter episode where I mount them, this is about the skating stuff, I mentioned it like I'm reversing my truck. Later the waterborne adapter team corrected my English, saying like it's like you're flipping it, or like it's like you're mounting the truck, longboard truck backwards. So I correct it in this video, in my photography video. That's about 33 minutes on the outside. I believe I covered every aspect of this railway museum. On to the right side was the wheels and crane stuff. We found some lovebirds and hare, rabbits. On the left side you have the child park, and there we had the diesel engine, fire engine here, and the diesel locomotive and the bogies and the inspection trolley. Now we're going to head inside the railway museum where you will find the epoch artifacts. Alright, so on the front, I'll continue after a short break and need some water. Peace out.